Good evening. Welcome to a special edition of the Twilight Diaries here on the VRO. Tonight is Friday, May the 21st, 2010, and I am your host, Gina. And we have a special guest host who is a really good friend of the VRO, Christy. Hey, girl, how are you tonight?
I'm great. How are y'all?
Oh, we're doing. And as always, we have Amy and we have Jess with us that are going to be doing all the stuff that Christy and I can't do during the show, all that good stuff in the chat room and on the switchboard. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Hi.
All right, tonight we are expecting Michael Trevino. As of right now, he is not on the line with us yet. We are waiting. You know how it is when they're out there working in L.A. and doing their photo shoots and doing other interviews and all that stuff. It happens that, sometimes they don't get to us right on time when we start a show. So, you guys all know, I'll go through it again because of, for posterity's sake, when people come to listen to this show later, that May is Vampire Diaries month here on the VRO, and when Michael does come tonight, unless we hear from his agent that possibly he may not be able to come in. Now, we are waiting for him to call in, so if you have called in to possibly try to ask a question or anything like that, please hop off the line so that we can clear our switchboard until he, in fact, does call in. If you are able to listen to the show on the computer. Hello?
We have Michael.
Awesome. We were just telling everybody we were waiting for you, Michael. How are you tonight?
Oh, really? Was I a little late? I am.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We know. As I explained to all of these guys, we know how it is out there when you guys are working and doing all kinds of stuff, times, it happens. Well, this is Gina, and tonight interviewing with me is Christy.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
I'm good. How you ladies doing?
We're doing.
Hanging out?
All right. Oh, yeah, just hanging out. Well, I don't know if you know from this month that this month is Vampire Diaries month here on the VRO, and so we've had just about everyone from the cast on, or will have them on before the end of the month. Yep, and we also are going to be having Marcos, and we're having Julie Pleck, and we're having Paul Summers all on the show as well in the next few days.
Wow,
so,
you even got Paul Summers. That's awesome.
Sure did. So we are totally stoked for this whole Vampire Diaries month. And we know that you've been with us before, and so we're so glad that you were able to come and join us again tonight. This was really cool to join us after the show is over now so we can talk a little more about, because then the show had just really gotten started, and we hadn't really gotten into a lot of the storylines and everything, and so now it's awesome. But we as the VRO, we're really a fan-oriented show, so the fans were actually the ones that sent in all the questions that we're going to be asking tonight. So we're awesomely super excited to just get those started so these fans can hear what you have to say.
Okay, go. Let's do it.
Awesome. Christy, you're up, girl.
Okay. First question, how excited are you that Tyler's going to be, closer to the forefront for Season 2 of the Vampire Diaries?
You have no idea I'm ecstatic. It's just so hard to be so patient, I guess, in Season 1. But I'm really with the fans on this one, where you have to just realize that we have a huge ensemble cast, and we have a lot of characters with different storylines. And we have a big story, we can't just rush through everything here, and we need to kind of just introduce characters the right way. And we all have to fit it in an hour show, which is really only 42 minutes, and it's tough to do that because there's a lot going on. But I'm excited. I don't know exactly, I'm in the dark as far as what's going to happen, what they have planned. But, again, I'm just looking forward to it 100%.
Oh, yeah, the fans are looking forward to it, too.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to see for Tyler's character?
His family more. Not just about him and his personal struggles within himself, but just where he comes from. His dad is the mayor, and he comes from a very well-off, privileged family, but just going deeper with that. Do I have any it's like it seems like I'm the only child, but do I have any cousins? Is there any other Lockwoods around? Like, let's kind of tap into that and see what my family's all about.
Oh, yeah. That sounds good.
Oh, yeah. That would be great. That really would be. All right. Awesome. Okay, next question from the fans is, do you know yet? This is a do you know yet question because I know that you don't know a lot about Season 2 yet. Do you know yet what we might expect from the transformation visually from, for you to the werewolf?
I don't know yet where we're going to go. I don't know what anything looks like. I am so afraid of what it's going to look like because I don't know, either it's going to look really awesome and amazing or it's going to be very Michael J. Fox Teen Wolf horrible, and that's not where we want to go. So it's actually I don't know. I don't know I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know what they have in store. It's kind of a little nerve-wracking.
Well, I guess then the good question would be, what do you want it to be? Do you want it to be something that's like creepy, scary, or what would you like it to be?
Just keep it simple. I think less will be more. I mean, our vampires, they don't go crazy vampire mode. There's just a lot within the eyes with them, and I think our transformations, on our show within Mystic Falls, I think it should just be the same way to a certain extent, like the vampires within maybe as far as the eyes go, that mine would transform like theirs, but just not as much, or just different. But nothing. Let's hope we don't, grow hair all over the place or anything like that.
or turn into giant dogs.
Yeah, let's not do that. See, and what's funny is Marcos, he had this running joke with me all season long that I turn into a little chihuahua. That I would like, it's like me yelling, going into, and literally he would, bust me up every time, like saying, yeah, we had this idea. And I'm, I know he knows what's going on, so I'm listening to him. And he's like, so you're going to be going, and like, there's all this yelling, and we're in the forest, and it's really dark, and we don't know what's coming out there, but we can tell it's this wolf-like creature. And then out comes a chihuahua. And I'm like, come on, man. Because the whole time I'm there, like, really like, oh, this is awesome. And then always then it would just be like, yeah, and then there's a chihuahua there. So I think that's where we're going to go.
I have to tell you, that you just made someone's next fan video. They're going to do a Michael into a Chihuahua video. You know that, don't you now? I'll expect it. I expect it on YouTube within 7 days, and if I don't, I'm going to be very disappointed. All right, everybody out there, Twitter,
challenge.
Twitter Michael when you get that video up, so that we can Twitter us and Twitter Michael, so that we can all talk about it.
That was just a joke. Let's not do that, please.
Oh, somebody's going to. You know it. Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, next question. Who would you want to be the first person to find out Tyler's secret?
Ooh. One of the females. I think either Bonnie or Caroline. That would be interesting. That would be fun. Either of those two girls, if they were to find out, that would be good. Yeah, I think probably more so Bonnie, because she's got, as far as the witch supernatural ability, I think that dynamic would be kind of interesting for both of them to be like, I can do this, well, I can do that, what the hell's wrong with me? So it's that would be kind of fun to play around with.
Awesome. Well, you know what? That's going to come in a question later on. I'm not going to go ahead and ask it yet because it's kind of a long and detailed question, but we will revisit that in just a few moments.
Okay.
So we know that Tyler's a werewolf. So do you think that the werewolves will be friends with the vampires, or do you think they'll be enemies?
Oof, God, that's tough. Do I want to be, my opinion, do I want the werewolves to be enemies of the vampires? Not so much, because vampires are kind of powerful on this show and can end a lot of people's lives, so don't really want to go there. But You know, I think initially it wouldn't be just. I think it wouldn't be enemies. It would probably where they're not enemies, but they're not friends. They just understand, and so it's like, okay, well, you stay over there, and I'll stay over here, and it's just like this mutual kind of respect, almost like just rules. Just like, okay, I understand, I get it. You're Salvatore's, and I'm your ancestry. Okay, well, Lockwood's, and I have my ancestry, and now I'm aware of it, and you know I'm aware of it. So let's just respect each other here, because we don't want to go at war.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. And what about the witches? What do you think that we've kind of already gone that way a little bit about, maybe Bonnie being the first one to know? Do you think
I think it would be interesting because she's just getting to know herself and her abilities. But as far as the witches, I think she's just going to get more powerful. To be honest with you, I don't see that. I don't see that stopping anymore. I think Bonnie's just going to tap into something deeper as time goes on.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that kind of answered my next question too, about there being a rivalry with the Salvatore brothers, or if they'll be.
Yeah. No, I don't. Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to go to war with each other. They don't want to fight.
Right.
I mean, Damon's always trying to start up something, but. Stefan isn't. She doesn't want to go at war with anybody. So,
Exactly.
I think it'll just be, like I said, hopefully anyway, a mutual respect. But who knows? How fun would it be to have vampires and werewolves just going at it and going crazy on one another?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I guess somebody might say that there's a parallel between that and another very popular vampire genre. But I think I personally, because I'm a lover of both, I personally really think that they are very separate in the way they look at things, the way the two, the show and the movie, the way that I just think they're very separate, and I think that, what you said about the werewolves and the vamps just kind of being, you stay on your side, I'll stay on my side, we're cool. I think that's a good way to. I think that's a good way to go. I think that would be.
I do too.
Yeah.
But time will tell. Let's see what happens. Let's see what Kevin and Julie have in store for us.
Right. All right. Well, fan wrote in and asked, and this is their words, one of my favorite werewolf movies is Wolf, starring Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer, also American Werewolf in London, and Teen Wolf, starring Michael J. Fox. What is your favorite werewolf-themed movie? And if you, what do you want your werewolf in the Vampire Diaries to be, a more brooding or a very lighthearted, such as Teen Wolf? We've talked about this a little bit earlier, so.
I would. I'm a fan of Wolf with Jack Nicholson, and again with that, I like his wolf, his transformation as a wolf. It was very subtle. There was maybe just a little bit, as far as sideburns, like there's just a little bit more hair there, but his eyes, and then he worked his jaw a different way, the lower, jaw. And his the canine teeth, the fangs and such. Not fangs, I take that back. The canine teeth. I like his take on it, but definitely more brooding. We're a dark show, and
Yep.
and there's got to be a presence within the werewolf and Tyler, where you're not, you don't have to growl, you don't have to yell, you don't have to be fighting all the time or be intimidating people. It's just when you walk in the building, you know what time it is. There's just a presence there, and it's gonna, that's something I'm gonna have to study and tap into and figure it out. But I think it's just a brooding presence that's simple. Like I said, less is more. Where you're aware and
Yeah, I think that the more simple is actually, to me, a lot more effective. I think that the vampires in the show are so effective because of the simplicity, and so I definitely agree that the werewolves would be even more effective if it's nice and simple, but really cool. Just a simple.
Yeah, that is a struggle though that I think we're kind of dealing with, because we want to, our show is great, it really is, and everything is working, and so you want everything done right. So we can't rush this whole werewolf storyline. We can't rush, especially the look of it. And so, you know, who knows when it's actually the 100% full transformation is going to happen. We might get like subtle hints at it throughout season 2, but who knows if we'll actually see a full-blown, you know, werewolf transformation in season 2. And nothing's guaranteed. I know how our season finale ended, but who knows? Like I said, that Tyler doesn't know what he is. He doesn't know the trait that he has. He's not aware of it.
Right.
So,
and that kind of leads me right into the next question, which is a perfect
Here we go. Segue. Here we go.
Perfect. You're awesome at this, really. Is, you know, because I think that the only person that really did know to be able to tell him anything was his dad. And so now that we are assuming, because we don't know for sure, if your dad is really dead from the season finale, you know, what do we think this is going to do to Tyler in the next season?
I don't know. You know, the stakes were raised in everybody's storyline for the season finale. You know, is my dad dead? Is he really dead? Is Jonathan Gilbert dead? Is Jonathan Gilbert dead? Like we don't. You know, it looks like they are. And then if he is, did he know? As far as werewolf trait, was he as surprised as Tyler was as far as their ears bleeding? Did they know what was going on when that when they you know, making the whatchamacallit went off? Like I don't know if they did. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was sitting at the edge of my chair watching at the end, and I was going, no, he can't be dead. No. But I have to break in and tell you real quick that Rob is actually listening to the show, and he just twittered that you sound great, and he also twittered, "Avenge me, son, avenge me."
Hey man, I'm doing all I can. I absolutely like you can't take out my dad. Like, come on now, what? This is the mayor, man. It's not happening. How you gonna lock him up and throw him down in a basement with a bunch of vampires trying to burn to death? No, not happening. So we gotta do something about that. But like I said, are they aware that they had this werewolf trait, if you will? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, I guess I know a little secret that.
Oh, do you know more than me now? Is that what you're saying?
No. I only know a little secret because Amy and I are actually friends of Rob's because we all live here, or because I live here in Atlanta. Rob does too, and so we go hang out and have lunch or breakfast or whatnot every once in a while. And he's amazing. He really is. But he's told us a few little things. Not only he wouldn't tell us anything until after the finale aired, which was a but we know the whole deal. But you know they cut one of his lines, and one of his lines that was cut was one that maybe would have shed some light. I'm not going to say what it was because I don't want to. You know, what if they bring that up later? In the show, mess it up. But so I'm like, this is interesting. Now that I heard that,
and that's just one line, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You see how crazy it is? How words just little simple things that could be so powerful. Like, whoa, didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next fan question is, what is your opinion on the friendship with Tyler and Matt?
Tyler and Matt. How do you forgive somebody who made out with your mother? First of all,
exactly.
That is so. I mean, that guy. You know, someone's getting their ass kicked. I'm sorry, but what's gonna? You know, I don't know. His mother obviously was never there for him. She was always gone. So, although it was his mom, I mean, how close were they really? Like, did he expect her to just be that way and then leave town? Are we going to see his mother again in the future? So, I don't know. I don't know. There's not going to be, you know, it might not be as close as they were. Obviously, I think he gets it. But again, with everything that, you know, the car crash and everything that happened under different circumstances, at the end of the day, their friends will be there for one another. Like you saw where, you know, we've had, you know, a problem, an argument, but then when we had the car crash and it's like when you have a life-death experience, there, it's different circumstances. So he's there, like, making sure Caroline's fine, and he's there trying to pry open the door to get me out. He's like, hey, buddy, you okay? Like, if he really hated me to death, he wouldn't have been in the car. If he really hated Tyler, he wouldn't, he would have just let him sit there and be like, oh, good. I hope he's dead. But
yeah, and it's definitely not one of those.
They're not going to be as close, but I definitely feel that they'll still be friends. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that most teens have to deal with.
Right.
Yeah. And so I've never dealt with. I don't know how. That's pretty. That's pretty ruthless, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what about the relationship with Tyler and Jeremy? They've always had like a bunch of.
I think they're gonna. They were enemies at first, and I think they've just become really close. I just think they're close. I just think they're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Sorry. Apart from Matt, who else would you like to see Tyler interact with more?
Well, I know I want to stay away from Damon as much as possible. Who do I? I think Eric. Yeah, I think if we. Yeah, I think if those two, and because everybody's either had somebody that they were dating or a best friend that they're always with. And I think, Matt Davis's character comes from just a different world, coming in and kind of tapping into Mystic Falls. And then me as well. Like, we didn't really talk about my family much. And Tyler's he's pretty much a loner. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying, Matt Davis's character is a loner, but they're very independent. They're on their own most of the time. So I think it'd be interesting to kind of go there.
That would be. Now you've got giving me some ideas. That's cool. That sounds really cool.
Think about that.
I like that. I know. I'm like, interesting. All right, another question. Yeah.
I got a word for you, okay? And it's just let this marinate. Alliance.
Oh, I love when we get the good stuff from these guys when they come on the show.
See, and that was just one word. That wasn't even a line or a sentence. I'm just giving you one word, just alliance.
Now you're giving us the goods because the last
just let that settle and think. Okay, what am I trying to say when I tell you that word? Just
exactly.
That be happening there.
We'll be talking about that for weeks. You know that.
that'll be next time when I'm back on the show in November when we're talking about it.
Awesome. All right, next question. What is your favorite episode so far, and are there any favorite moments that happened on the show?
Favorite episode. I like. I like the season finale. Mm-hmm. It was just such an epic episode. There was just so much that they fit in. It was crazy, and everybody had every character. There wasn't a dead moment within anybody's storyline. Everything was like, oh my God, now this, now that, and for our writers to be able to pull that off, and then for Marcos to shoot it as great as he did. I mean, you have to love it. That has to be your favorite episode. Favorite moments, I think, for me, it was the football in the early part of the season, the football episode, which is really my first fight with Jeremy. Right. I like that when Vicky's there and he just goes up to him at the truck. I think that whole rumble was a fun moment, and shooting that in general. It was cool. It was cool, this whole high school football atmosphere, and then just choreographing this little fight thing. It was just fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, that was kind of like the first time we really got some serious tension between y'all two. You really showed that serious tension. So that was
and then after that, it was fight after fight after fight after fight.
Mm-hmm. So that was cool. That was. All right. Besides the Vampire Diaries, do you have any other projects that you're working on right now? And that is first half. The second half, someone asked about the upcoming film, The Factory. They wanted to know a little bit about that.
Nothing. I don't have any projects in the works right now. May's almost over here. We're heading back early July,
Right.
back to Atlanta, and so we're starting up quick. Actually, I think the writers I think it's next week. I think Monday they're back in the office already. So
Wow.
their hiatus is done. Yeah, that quick. Yeah, I think the writers go back to work. It's not Monday, then it's the following week. So we're things are moving quickly. Time to go back to work. As far as the factory goes, God, I shot that in Montreal, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago? 2 to 3. And it was Joel Silver produced it through Silver Pictures, and John Cusack was in it. It was a great cast, and it was a lot of fun. I just think they can't find distribution at this point. I know that they did reshoots for it because it didn't. I guess Joel was upset with certain things, and so it's funny because the reshoots they did in Vancouver when we were shooting Vampire Diaries. I was literally in the hotel, and I'm walking across the lobby, and then I saw the director, and I was like, "Hey, dude, what's going on?" And he said, "Oh man, we're here doing the reshoot." So that was obviously last year in March. So I mean, maybe they got to be done editing it now. It's a psychological thriller with Jennifer Carpenter, John Cusack, Meg Whitman. It's good. It's actually dark though. It's real creepy actually. But it's not a scary movie. Like I said, it's just really gonna rack your brain. It's dark. It's real dark.
Awesome. Yeah, sometimes it's hard because, I know a lot of movies that get filmed and they're great movies, but they just can't find distribution. They just can't find, just that the niche that they need to get into to get out there to the public. There's some friends. Yeah. A friend of Amy's made a movie a couple of years ago. Awesome movie. Never could really get it out there. So yeah, we're hoping.
No, yeah, I hope so too. They got something going on here. I'm sure it will, because at the end of the day, if not, I mean, it's something that'll just go straight to DVD, no matter what. But I haven't heard anything like that. Hopefully, it still is able to make the theaters.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Oh, okay. From the factory, let's talk about 90210. If you had a chance, would you go back on there again?
No. No, I wouldn't.
Wow.
No, I wouldn't. And I mean that with respect. And I'm not saying any. I don't mean anything by it. I just, I'm the Vampire Diaries, and that's what I'm about 100%. Don't want to go back to Beverly Hills 90210. No, I'm okay where I'm at in Mystic Falls right now.
Okay. And we like you in Mystic Falls, so that's
okay, good. So you can stay. Okay.
Well, partly because I actually live in Covington, so that's always a good thing for us.
I love Covington. I so many things about Georgia that I miss. Like, it's crazy. Because I'm back here in LA.
We definitely miss y'all too.
Oh yeah.
We'll be back soon.
Good. So what do you think about filming in Covington or in the Atlanta area?
I like it. It's because I live in the city, and our stages are about a half hour out, and then Covington is about an hour out at most. But Covington is amazing. Just how it's just historical little town, and the shops and everything. Nothing's been really remodeled or because they can't, right? Isn't that like
right?
Yeah. So it's great. Like I said, the South has amazing locations, big, huge houses that have been there for years, and it's an awesome place to shoot, an even better place to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like it.
I'm sorry, Gina.
No, I was just saying we like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've lived here all my life, so this is all I really know.
Yeah. This is the as far as this hiatus goes, in December when I was back in LA for about a month, I knew I was going back, but this is the first time where I'm here for, the summer, at least a couple months, and I'm like, damn, I miss home. I'm like, wait a second, home. I kind of like catch myself going, whoa, what? Like, because I'm born and raised Los Angeles, but it's trippy, but it's cool. I kind of like, I miss my spots. I miss where I go eat. I miss where I go to my bars. I miss, certain spots, certain places, and my friends out there. So it's, it's kind of funny to just laugh at myself and be like, damn, it's my apartment in my bed right now. Like, what?
Right. Well, awesome. All right. I have a question for you. We have a few people who would like to call in and ask a couple of questions. So would it be okay if we got a couple of people on the phone to ask you a few questions?
Not a problem at all.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, guys, if you're out there, if you want to call in, we will take the first three callers only. Go ahead and call in while we ask a couple more questions, and then we'll take a few calls. Okay. Question from the fans. What are your inspirations and any actors and actresses that you would love to work with?
Inspirations? My grandfather inspires me. So does my father. Actors that I guess I look at, there's so many. God.
Just pick a few then.
Let's say Matt Davis would love this one, so I'm gonna say it for him. I'm gonna say Jack Nicholson. Who else? Ed Norton. I've always been a fan of Ed Norton.
Oh yeah.
Who else? And God, the great one. I mean, Heath was amazing. Who else? God, I don't know. I'm just a fan of everybody. In a certain aspect of each, I like take things from certain actors that I know they do and their tendencies, and as far as their performances, and it's like, oh, I like so and so and this, so and so and that. So there's just so many. You can't. It's impossible to just choose one.
Oh yeah. No problem. Okay, here we go. This one's a fun one because we've asked just about every one of you guys, and we almost always get the same answer. So we're going to see if we get the same answer from you. We've heard there might be a few pranksters on the set. So if you got any stories,
do I have any stories? No, none that I can talk about on air right now.
We get that answer every time too.
Yeah, it's like pranks. Are there pranks? Yeah, like kind of just messing around with somebody.
Right.
Definitely can't talk about it, but everybody knows about the Matt Davis phone call, I think.
Oh gosh, here we go. See,
but I'll leave it at that. I don't want to. That's my boy. We're gonna let it die. I don't want to bust his balls, but yeah, that's what we always kind of pick on him about, and it's kind of weird. We still don't know who called. We don't know who called him.
No worries, because everybody said Matt Davis when they and Matt blamed
of all of this.
Yes, and Matt blamed it on everybody else.
Yeah, no, this is not, nobody's in cahoots here. Like, we don't know who. I take that back. I think there's one person on the cast that knows exactly everything about it, but they're just not saying anything to anybody.
Right.
about the phone call. I have nothing to do with it. I don't know. That's just an ongoing thing that was a prank on him, but it's like everybody got involved, so everybody's kind of like, well, who did this? So. I don't know. It's just funny. And then the other pranks, like I said, I can't talk about.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No worries. Yeah. That's okay. But we thought it was funny that everybody seemed to answer the same thing, so we figured we'd ask everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. This will be the last question before we take a few phone calls. And this question is really more of a, I'll just say that because we got so many fan questions for you, and probably a third of them were from this subject, that I decided to just put a little montage together of this particular subject question. Is
this sounds complicated.
I'm telling you what, it was. It took me hours to go through all this and figure it out too.
Okay, go slow.
Okay.
All right.
The subject is Tyler's possible love interest next year. because you have quite a few what they call Caroline fans and Tawny fans, which are Tyler Caroline versus Tyler Bonnie. And you better believe you got a lot of questions on who might you be hooking up with next year, or who would you like to, because either they love you and Bonnie or they love you and Caroline. One even asked if you and Caroline were going to have a baby, because in the original series, Caroline got Tyler's baby.
I'm aware that in the books they had a baby, which, whoa, that would be insane. I don't. You know, I know there's a lot of people pushing for a Tyler, Bonnie relationship. But Bonnie hasn't even really. She's never had a boyfriend, huh? She's never really dated anybody. Yeah, she needs some love. So I think that would be fun for a Tyler, Bonnie relationship. Love Caroline to death and love Candace, but she's the she's the prom queen. She wins Miss Mystic Falls. She's dating Matt Donovan. So she's had her love. I think she's had a relationship. So I think going with Bonnie would be kind of fun. But who knows? Let's see what happens.
You just made a bunch of the Tawnies very happy.
Oh, the Tawny? Oh no, the rest are gonna crucify me now.
Nah, no problem. All right, we're going to take a few phone calls. The first on the line is Jason. Jason, you are on the air with Michael.
Hello?
Jason, what's up, buddy?
Oh, hey, I just want to say I've been a fan for a while, since Manchino and, Kane. But,
oh, awesome.
Yeah, the question I wanted to ask would be, where would you like the werewolf storyline to go? For example, would you want Tyler to go head-to-head with Damon eventually, if Tyler were to get his memory back from being compelled from the Hunter episode, or just in general? What do you want to see happen with Tyler in season 2?
Like I said, I really want to stay away from Damon. He's he snaps. He's a bipolar character, and he's very mean and can be very ruthless and does not care. So I initially don't want to see Tyler going or just talking with Damon at all. I just want Tyler to be able to, still find himself and figure out what's going on as far as this gene or this werewolf trait and this lineage, and just do research, kind of like how Jeremy was doing research about Jonathan Gilbert and reading all the journals. I think Tyler should, in his own way, do the same thing and just find out what the Lockwoods are about. So stay away from Damon and just find out about the Lockwood lineage is where I would want him to go.
Okay. Is there if I ask one quick question again?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. What do you think about Tyler and Jeremy's relationship in season 1? The reason I ask that is because Kevin Williamson said in an article that came out last week, or before last week, that he regretted not being able to interweave their storylines in season 1, but that wouldn't be a problem in season 2. Do you know anything about the storyline he has planned for Tyler and Jeremy, or? No. I think they're just the friends. I think I read that quote somewhere as well, and I think what Kevin Williamson is saying is, as far as my character, what he regrets is not being able to fit us all in and mesh together, as far as, because Tyler was kind of absent in a lot of episodes, and storyline wasn't as big, wasn't as great, and not that it had to be, but there's probably a way that I could have been more involved, and I think that's what he meant when he said there's, and even with Jeremy, they don't hate vampires, but Tyler isn't aware, but Jeremy definitely is now, and I think he's just saying, and again, this goes to what I was saying earlier, alliance. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Just think when I say that, just think that, and as far as where their storylines are going to go together for season 2. Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason.
No problem. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. All right, and our next one is, if I can get to her, Kimberly. Kimberly? Oops, nope. Where'd she go? There we go. Kimberly, you're on the air with Michael.
Hello.
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Kimberly. How you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm just hanging out.
cool. My question for you was, if you could play any character on the show besides Tyler, who would you want to play and why?
Who would I want? Man, that's God. I think Damon's just. I mean, Ian killed it as Damon. There can never be another Damon. Nobody can play Damon. Ian is the only person on planet Earth that can play that role. But it would be fun to just be Damon. He's just such a cool character and witty, funny, dangerous. He's just across the board everything, and you can just have so much fun with that character. And Damon is because he has no rules, no boundaries, and it's just fun to let loose and do whatever you want when you want. So it'd be fun to play Damon.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for calling, Kimberly.
Okay. Thanks for answering my question, Michael.
No problem. Thanks. Bye now.
All right. And the next caller is Dilpreet. Dilpreet, you're on the air with Michael.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. My question is like really random. It has nothing to do with Vampire Diaries, though.
I'm scared.
Okay, it has to do with your new movie called The Factory. What's that about?
Well, we touched on that earlier. It's this psychological thriller that I saw it a couple years ago. I'm hoping it makes theaters. I think they had to do some reshoots, and I think there might be some problems with distribution, so who knows if this film is even going to see the light of day. But psychological thriller, starring John Cusack, and he's basically like a detective, and he works on like the kidnapping division, and his daughter ends up actually being kidnapped, and so him and his partner, who's Jennifer Carpenter, who's on Dexter, is a great actress. Where does he draw the line as far as doing his job and then taking it personal and going kind of nuts trying to find his daughter? And then, she is kidnapped. She's held someplace where other girls are kidnapped, and it's in a dark basement, and there's this guy who's just like insane, who's kind of has them all chained up and everything. So it's really dark and kind of sick. But yeah, I don't know when it's going to come out, sweetie, but hopefully soon.
It seems interesting.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, like I said, it just seems so long ago, but I shot it 2 years ago in Montreal in like January. It was freezing, it's snow everywhere. But it is a dark movie, and I think it'll end up, because like I said, they invest more money to do reshoots to get it right, and hopefully it'll be out soon.
Okay. Thank you for answering my question.
Thanks for calling.
No problem. Thanks for calling.
All right, and we have a couple more callers. Do you have time for a few more?
Sure.
Awesome. You are so awesome with these fans. All right, Jenny, you're on the air with Michael.
Hi.
Jenny, what's up?
Not much, you?
I'm just on this VRO show,
Before I forget, my friend Jennifer on Twitter wanted me to say hello to you.
Your friend on Twitter? Jennifer wants to say hello? Okay.
Yep.
Hello, Jennifer.
So my question for you is, do you have any sort of routine you go through when arriving on set to get yourself into the role of Tyler?
Routine, not to get in the role of Tyler. I guess when I first get there, I'm like, can I get something to eat? Is what I usually ask, and I'm trying to get breakfast. Yeah. As far as routine of Tyler, no, I think it's just the whole regular push-ups and sit-ups in the trailer, to be honest with you, just to get the blood going. But, no, I mean, I have bring my laptop set and always putting on music right away, and that's it. Every now and then I'll bring movies and put on some kind of DVD on. But, yeah, just nothing too crazy. Ask me that, like I said, in November when we go back to shooting. And I'll probably have a whole different routine for Tyler, for sure.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for answering my question.
No problem. Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling, Jenny. All right, next one is Kelsey. Kelsey, you're on the air with Michael.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I know I'm like the 10th person that asked you that, but I don't know. Just don't like it.
It's all good. It's just protocol.
Okay, so my question for you is, Rob Praga was your father on the Vampire Diaries. What is your relationship with him like off set? Is he more like a fatherly figure or like a friend?
Rob is Rob's a homie. Rob is my boy. He's from Atlanta, so initially when he first came on and we met, he was just telling me, because I just moved to Atlanta, he was telling me certain spots to go to and what's nice areas and such. He was a great actor. What's awesome though is when he was coming on, I think that he thought, he didn't know, I guess, the magnitude of this show, The Vampire Diaries. Like, he knew they were, based on books, but when we first met, we were in the trailer, and I was excited for him. I was like, dude, it's nice to meet you, man. So you're my dad. You're the mayor. And he's like, yeah, but very casual about it. And I'm like, no, do you realize you are the mayor? Like, you're my dad. We have a lot going on. And he was just, he understood, but once I explained everything to him, he was like, whoa. And so this whole journey that we took together on season 1 was just a lot of fun, because we both didn't expect certain things to happen. And every day that I saw, okay, good, Mayor Locke was in this episode, I knew I'd be seeing Rob. So it's great. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. And before I hang up, my friend Candace Wilson, she is so scared to call in, so she wants me to say hi to you. And I guess Candace Wilson. She's
Candace Wilson. Okay, we'll tell Candace Wilson to not be shy and to call in.
Yeah, and I guess she has a mutual friend on Twitter with you. I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay. Who?
I don't know. I don't know who. But...
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Well, high five for mutual friends.
All right. Yeah. But thank you for answering my call.
No. Yeah. Thanks for calling. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
All right, we got one last caller we're able to pick up. Before I pick that caller up, I just want to tell you that what's funny is when you were talking about Rob, is when Rob was telling Amy and I about his going into audition, he said the first thing that his agent said was, showed him a picture of you and said, "This is supposed to be your son. Don't F this up."
Yeah. That's so funny.
All right, here's the last caller. Chloe, you're on the air with Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Chloe.
All right, my question is, were you surprised at the fan reaction to the show, and have you had any crazy fan encounters?
That's a good question. I did my research right away, and I think just this whole generation, because, Buffy the Vampire Slayer existed, so it's this new resurgence, this new generation of vampire lovers. And so with the success of Twilight, I really did think Vampire Diaries was just going to be great. I mean, everything was put together well. We had great actors and amazing writers and producers, and I just knew it was all fitting in really, really well, especially just being on set and seeing certain sets and certain things that were changed, big time revisions in the script that need to be done. They don't just look it over. They make sure everything is great and that it's the best it can possibly be. So I didn't, it's fun. It's great. Like I said, I'm just enjoying myself, and to be a part of it and to be a part of this cast and the success of the show, it's awesome. It's awesome. What was the crazy fan? No, not really. I don't have any crazy fan encounters, but all you people on Twitter, I'm definitely reading what you're putting, and there's some crazy people on Twitter saying some funny stuff. Twitter is Twitter can be. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say thank you for tweeting my video about the season finale. I'm that crazy girl that Ian and Nita tweeted about. And
God, you're Chloe. Oh,
Yeah.
with the vlogs, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's up, girl? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
No. It's just because I know who I'm talking to right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Together.
How are you? How are you? Oh my God, I'm a fan of yours.
Oh, really? That's awesome because I'm a huge fan of yours.
Yeah, no. Julie Plett had emailed me like a link to your video, and so we all checked it out and just thought it was fucking awesome. So, sorry, my language. We thought it was awesome. So.
Yeah, I really thought maybe 20 people would see that. I'm kind of embarrassed that you guys actually watched that. That's being a complete freak.
No, it was great. It was great. We love that. Like people that have their own blogs or websites and kind of push their show. And I had no idea. I really didn't. I've never seen any videos. But then once I saw yours, I went to YouTube, and there was other people like doing their own little recap or review of the season finale. And some of them are really, really entertaining, but it's great to see that fan interaction within just, things like Facebook or Twitter. Like it's cool to see. But I'm glad that you watch the show, and probably going to be checking out your vlogs every now and then. So keep them coming.
All right, thank you.
Take care, Chloe.
Thanks, Chloe. See, we bring people together here on this show.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? I'm like,
That's what we
I know
do.
this girl. That's why she's like, I'm that girl that put that video, and I'm like, oh.
Exactly. All right, well, you have stayed with us for a long time, and we appreciate it so much for you hanging out with us for almost an hour. We're so glad that you were able to come and hang out with us.
Absolutely, yeah, no problem. Sorry I was late this time in a couple minutes. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Don't worry about it. Well, I got a couple things that they've been messaging me over inside here. One is that Rob just sent you a message that said, well, this was based on what you said about staying away from Damon. He said, yeah, bad shit happens with Damon. Stay away, son. Stay effing far away.
Yeah, and you don't want to be in a scene with him. Like, I'm glad that me and him never have interaction. Like, nah.
Right.
Can you stay over there? I'll stay over here. Leave it at that.
Yep. And Amy wanted me to thank you for the video that you did for the VRO when a bunch of us were down there and hanging out at set. And
yeah, well, where is Amy? Why isn't Amy on the show today?
She's here.
Right here. I'm here.
Oh.
Tyler in the
Are
video.
you lurking in the shadows? Are you lurking in the shadows right now? What? Come on.
Yes.
She works. She
on,
runs our
McCracken.
switchboard and things like that.
Come on, McCracken. Come say hi. Come say hi. Don't be shy.
I'm here. But next time I'm down there, I'll be down there, beginning, maybe mid. We got to go get a drink.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Me and Amy are going to go grab drinks now, yes. It's official. It's on the VRO. It's happening. It's going down.
Oh, and some friends of ours wanted me to let you know, some friends of ours, I'll let them remain anonymous for now because I think they're a little bit embarrassed, wanted me to let you know that they have made an awesome website for you and Zach called alltrevinoandrorig.com.
alltrevinoandrorig.com, really?
Yes.
Okay, what's on this website?
Oh, anything and everything about you and Zach. So you got.
I hope not. I hope not.
Okay, Michael.
Especially us two. Yeah. What was that?
This is Christy, and it's me and Amy that did it. I'm not embarrassed. I just didn't want to sound like self-serving.
No. I love it. What are you talking about? Like I appreciate all that. I'm gonna check this out. All Trevino and Rolig. That's awesome. I don't know why that just sounds so funny to say. Like.
Well, they did it. They set the site up after they came out and visited the set, and you and Zach did the video, and y'all made a comment of, well, no one has sites for us, so they went home and made one.
Now the truth comes out. Damn it, now everybody knows that I was just begging for, like, a site, I mean, just come feed my ego, please. I mean, come on, man. No, you know what it was? I think, who is Paul Wesley fans? Who is that?
That was Melinda.
Yeah.
Okay,
Melinda
I was, cause she had the Team Steph, and I knew she was Paul Wesley fan, so I was just digging on her. I was like, what, you know, I need a segment. Like, enough with this Paul Wesley love. There's too much. Guy gets way too much love.
And then we ran to Walmart. As soon as we left the set, we ran to Walmart. We got letters and T-shirts, and that's how we got the Team Tyler and the Team Matt T-shirts.
I saw that, and I loved it. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, yeah.
We need to get a flag. I want to make a big flag. No more T-shirts. Let's just do a big flag that you swing in the air that says Team Tyler on it. That's what we're gonna do.
That's what we'll have. That's what
we'll
have.
That's what's next. That's what's next. I'll work on it with you guys. Don't worry. I'll be a part of it this time.
All right. Well, we'll have the flag when we're taking you out for a drink. You and Rob out.
There we go.
Right?
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. Well, thanks so much for coming. Usually at the end of a show, we always ask our guests to say, this is Michael Trevino, and you're listening to the VRO, but you've already done that. So if there's anything else you might want to say that we can clip, you're welcome to do so.
What could I give you?
I know. We just put everybody on the spot. I said we need to tell them before the show, and then we couldn't tell you before the show. I don't have anything new. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Well,
what can we do? What can we say? What can we say? Give me. What do you want to say?
Let's see. What ladies and guys in the chat room? What could Michael say?
Yeah, somebody give a good suggestion. What could I give to plug the VRO right now?
All right, we'll have to wait a few seconds. The people in the chat room, it takes them a couple seconds.
You're like, well, actually, Michael, there's nobody in the chat room right now.
There's plenty of people in there.
There's lots of people in there.
Yeah, but we're on a time delay. Like, radio, we're on a time delay, and they don't hear us for like 30 seconds after we actually say it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So we got to wait for a second for them to type something in there of what they want you to say.
They want you to howl. They want you to say Team Lockwood.
Okay.
Cody's awesome.
Wouldn't howl.
The howl. I see. Okay, I need to work on the howl. I don't have that down yet. That's so funny.
Now they're just saying, "Can you say my name? Can you say my name?" No, he can't say your name.
Okay, I got one. I'm gonna throw out a team Tyler here. Here's what I'm gonna throw out.
Awesome.
Okay. We're recording anyway, right? Am I good to go?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. This is Michael Trevino representing Team Tyler, and you're listening to the VRO.
Awesome. That was great.
Done.
You are definitely putting that one up, clipping that one and putting it up. Thank you,
our other co-host, Jess, in the chat room, she just put, you need to say, this is not Teen Wolf. This is freaking Michael Trevino, and you're listening to VRO.
Oh, that's actually a really good one. But then I would lose it on that one. I want to start yelling and everything.
Too funny.
Because then I'll just start cursing and being very a lot of attitude with that one. That I could just see that one going totally someplace else. But good suggestion.
Well, Michael,
right.
I guess we will talk to you again in November.
Yeah. Let's see what we'll start. What new episode to air? What, September? So October, November. Yeah, let's do it by November. By then, I'm pretty sure we'll have a ton to talk about.
Yep.
And a bunch of us look forward to seeing you in July or August because we'll be coming to visit the set and hang out. We actually.
Oh, you better. You know we'll be around. We can all sit in the community together. Just try to stay cool.
And just melt away.
Exactly.
Right.
It was fun. I'm glad you guys brought me back. And
glad you're here. Thank you. All right, we will see you later.
I will see you soon, and I want to thank everybody that was tuned in and listening, and everybody in the chat rooms. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks.
All right, bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
More of the VRO? Visit us at thevro.com.